My name is Samantha Paton, and I'm a student studying education at Wisconsin Lutheran College, and this is my philosophy of education. I can't do it. I'm not good at math. I hate reading. It is too hard for me. These statements are often made by students in a classroom. I myself have even said these statements. Students often focus entirely on their weaknesses. Focusing on one's weaknesses can often lead to failure, especially in a classroom. As a future educator, it is my goal to improve my students' attitudes towards learning by focusing on their strengths. Howard Gardner created the idea of multiple intelligences. This theory suggests individuals have different learning styles or strengths in the classroom. Instead of my students saying, "I don't understand, I'm not good at math," I will implement a number of techniques in order to relate to my students' unique learning styles. By focusing on my students' strengths, their attitudes will change dramatically. Instead, they will say, "Wow, math is fun and I can understand the material now." As a teacher, I must be aware that not one of my students is alike, and all come from different families, cultures, and backgrounds. The expectation theory is the belief that some children do poorly because their teachers do not expect much from certain racial and ethnic groups. This demonstrates the power I have over the attitudes of my children in my classroom. The attitude I bring will greatly influence my students' performance, for better or worse. In order to be a fair and respectful educator, I must not let my students be a self-fulfilling prophecy. I also cannot make generalizations based on gender. I must not assume all children fit into a fixed gender mold. Not all boys will excel in math, science, and technology, and not all girls will be more successful in arts and languages. Instead, I need to encourage my students to excel in whatever strengths they've been blessed with. Just as my students have unique strengths, one of my gifts is that I am a learner. I desire to learn and want to continuously improve. I am also an achiever and embrace opportunities to expose my mind to new ideas. In the same way, I want to build a love of learning within my students. In order to do this, I will institute student-centered philosophies in my classroom. John Dewey was a reformer who supported progressive education. In a progressive classroom, I will allow children to discover and explore new information independently and relate it to real-world experiences. When material is in line with student interest, they are more likely to enjoy what they are learning. I desire to have my students build a sincere love for learning.